Hey, it's a Yogi Momo. Today's practice is all about drawing energy from the sun. As we engage in Surya Namaskar A, your sun salutation A, again and again and again, not only are you going to engage your muscles and begin to create new muscle memory throughout your body, but you are going to begin to feel the energy that we can get each and every day from that incredible thing that sits in the sky that we look up that gives us light. It can also give us energy. Stay tuned. Lots of things coming your way. Okay, today's flow is all about the sun salutations. The sun is shining and we are going to spend some time standing, saluting, drawing our energy from the sun. So you need to find your way to your mat. Most of what we're doing today is going to take place standing. We're going to float through our sun salutation A several times, adding just a few little extras along the way. But what I want you to do is I want you first and foremost just to commit that where you are today in your yoga practice is where you are today. Within each sun salutation, there are so many different levels and variations and possibilities based on you and your body and your level of strength. Every time you come to your mat, you get a little more strength, a little more body awareness, and a little more confidence in what you're able to do. So I need you just to listen very closely. Let me guide you. Breathe when I tell you to breathe. Try to use your body the way that I'm asking you to use it, and it's going to be a great experience. We're going to start off in mountain pose. We're going to come to standing. You're going to stand at the top of your mat. So I'm going to turn and face you just for the first little bit. But you can have your mat oriented whatever way works for you. But I want you to find your way into this position where your feet are about hip width apart. And remember, we talk about hip width. What we mean are the bony parts of our hips, not the outer fleshy parts. So that your ankles are under your hip bones are aligned under your shoulders. Arms are alongside you. Your gaze is straight ahead, which makes your chin parallel to the earth. Our shoulders are back slightly. Our chest is lifted just a little. Our kneecaps are lifted, not locked, just lifted. Quads begin to engage. Breath is steady. Close your eyes right here and just let the breath come. Notice as you stand there all the spots of your feet that are touching the earth. The edges of the toes, the sides of your feet, your heels, edges of your inner arches, all those spots in your feet, they are anchoring you down. That's what mountain pose does. Every time we come back to mountain pose at the end and beginning of our sun salutation, I want you to feel just the way you feel now. Active, grounded, balanced. We're going to begin to work on our breath work and we're going to use our arms to do it. So open up your eyes. What we're going to do is we're going to lift our arms with our inhale. We're going to breathe in from our belly, through our ribs, through our chest. And about the time that our chest fills with air, our arms will be overhead. We're going to bring them to prayer. And when you bring them to prayer, I encourage you, cross your thumbs. And then as you draw the hands down through heart center, we'll pass the face, the chest, the ribs, the belly, and then our hands will separate. So our inhales and our exhales become balanced. So stand nice and tall right here in mountain pose. Here we go. Inhale from your belly, sweep the arms up. Fill up your ribs, fill up your chest. Hands are meeting at the top. Exhale, draw the hands down through heart center. Chest, ribs, belly. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, draw the hands down. One more. Inhale up. And exhale, draw the hands down. If you were exhaling through your mouth, this next round we're going to exhale through our nose. Inhale, lift. Seal your lips, exhale through your nose. Listen for that oceanic sound in the back of your throat as you breathe out. Inhale up. Exhale, draw the hands down. One more. And exhale. Release your hands, let them come alongside you. That's the breath you want to maintain. If it takes you 3 breaths or 3 beats to breathe it in, use 3 beats to breathe it out. The goal is not to get to 3 beats. The goal is to get your inhales and your exhales the same length. That balanced breath helps to clear your mind. It helps to calm your spirit. It helps to link mind, body, spirit together. I think we're ready to flow. So you're standing at the top of your mat. We're back in mountain pose. Chin is parallel to the earth. Arms are relaxed alongside you, but the shoulders are back. The chest is engaged. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, hinge from your hips, forward fold. We're going to hang out here for a few breaths. I want you just to let the arms just dangle. If they touch the ground, great. If not, that's just as good. Think about your knees. Put a little micro bend in the knees. That's going to bring the ground closer to you. I want your head to hang. The top of your head where your crown is, that's the part that's opening up to the ground. Your hips are opening up to the ceiling. Everything is relaxed in your upper body as it hangs. Everything is lengthening in your low body as you stretch. Let's take one more deep cleansing breath here. Inhale. Exhale, release. Slide the hands onto the shins. Inhale, look up halfway, flat back. And now we're going to release the hands from the shins. We're going to put them on the mat as you bend the knees. Step your right leg back. Step your left leg back. You're in plank. We're going to check our form before we begin to move. Fingers are spread wide. Arms are straight. Elbows are not locked, but they are straight. One more breath here. And now take the knees to the mat. As you exhale, lower your thighs, lower your chest, flip your feet over. Keep your elbows tucked to your side body like mine are, and then inhale, lift slightly into cobra. Breathe here. Curl the toes. As you're exhaling, push to your knees, lift your hips, take a little step in, find your way to downward facing dog. Your gaze is on your feet. Your legs can be straight, your legs can be bent. I just need everybody breathing, because as you look at your feet, your back is flattening, your spine is lengthening. You're finding the power of down dog as your hips are reaching toward the ceiling. Close your eyes here for just a minute. Notice all the sensations in your body, how your hands are rooted down into the earth. The backs of your knuckles are touching the earth. The balls of your feet are rooting you down, and your hips are drawing upward. As you open your eyes, take your gaze to your hands. Step the right foot forward, or if you need to, walk it up little by little, and then bring the left alongside it. Slide the hands on the shins. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Put a deep bend in the knees. We sweep the arms. Inhale and rise. Gaze goes up. Cross those thumbs. Draw the hands down on the exhale. There's your first sun salutation. The goal for your sun sal is to link movement and breath. The key is don't hold your breath. I know that once you get into that plank, you're going to want to hold your breath because you think it's going to make your balance and your stability stronger. It's not. I need you to breathe, linking together mind, body, spirit, oxygenating those muscles, elongating everything from the crown of your head to your feet in every pose that we take. All right, let's go to round two. Same thing, really linking movement with breath. Stand tall. Right here in mountain pose. And we inhale, arms lift. Exhale, hinge from your hips, forward fold. Stay here for one full breath. Inhale. Exhale, release. Slide the hands onto the shins, look up halfway. Put a big bend in the knees. Put your hands down. Step your right foot back. Step your left foot back. You're in plank. You're already on your second plank of the day. The goal here is to keep your eyes on your hands. Fingers are spread wide. You have a beautiful line from the crown of your head all the way out through your heels. One more breath. And now exhale the knees, then the thighs, then the chest. Elbows are tucked. Flip the feet. Inhale, cobra. Look up. Maybe your gaze is straight ahead. Maybe your gaze is slightly to the sky. You decide. Breathe. Curl the toes. Push to the knees. Exhale, lift the hips, down dog. Your eyes are on your ankles this time. Just a little above the feet. Right there at the bottom of your shins. Fingers are spread wide in down dog. And remember, knees can be bent. Knees can be straight. I just need your gaze toward your legs, which allows your head to relax, hanging in between your arms. One more breath here. Take the eyes to the hands. Walk or step the right, and then the left. Halfway lift. Look up. Smile. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Sweep the arms. Everybody rise. Hands meet at the top. Exhale, draw the hands down through heart center. 2 sun sals done. We've got 5 in all today. So the third one, we're going to really work on linking the movement to the breath. When we get to down dog, we're going to add a little bit of extra things there. I want you really to think about in your down dog and in your plank what happens with your hands. We're not just pressing the ball of our hand to the mat, but you've got the backs of each of these knuckles, and the backs of those knuckles are rooting down. Otherwise, if all you use is the base of your hand, you're going to put too much pressure on your wrist. We need the weight evenly distributed with both hands. The balls of your feet are the other part that's critical as they anchor you down on the other end of the mat. So once we get to down dog, we're going to float between down dog, plank, down dog, and plank. What you're going to notice is that our hands and our feet never move. We're going to have some hinging with our body parts, but the main thing that's going to move is going to be our gaze. And this is Yogi. He's here to help us out. Make sure we're breathing. Everybody stand tall. Here we go. Inhale, lift. Hinge from your hips. Exhale, fold. Hands on the shins. Halfway lift. Hands are down, knees are bent. Step back the right, step back the left. You're in plank. And now here we go. Exhale the knees, the thighs, the chest. Flip the feet. Inhale, cobra. Breathe. Curl the toes. Push to the knees. Exhale, lift your hips, down dog. Take that little step in, making that beautiful inverted V with your body. Now we're going to check our form in down dog right here before we begin to hinge. So your body is making a beautiful inverted V. If you feel like it's more of an arc, then we need to work on getting those hips lifted a little higher so that it truly is that inverted V that's going to allow you to have the form you need, engaging the muscles to the level that they need to be engaged, and keeping you safe. So you're on the balls of your feet. Fingers are spread wide. Gaze is on your legs. Breathe here. And now the only thing we're going to move is our gaze. Shift your gaze to your hands and notice how you float into plank. We never move the hands. If you move the hands, you didn't do it right. We're going to do it again. I want everything to stay still except for your gaze. Exhale. Take the gaze to the feet. You're in down dog. I tell people all the time, breath is your most important part of yoga, but your gaze, your drishti, where you're looking, it's almost just as important. Take the gaze to the hands. Come onto the balls of those feet. We float forward, plank. Breathe. You've got this, I promise. Exhale, eyes to the feet, down dog. You should feel a really nice hinge in your shoulders as we move back and forth. Let's go a little faster. Take it forward, gaze on the hands, plank. Exhale, back, down dog. Inhale, gaze on hands, plank. Exhale, back, gaze on feet, down dog. 2 more times. Inhale, forward to plank, hold. Exhale, eyes on the hands, down, or eyes on the feet, down dog. Inhale, forward, eyes on the hands, plank. This is the last one. Exhale, eyes on the feet, down dog. I'm going to give you a break here. Spread your knees wide to the edge of your mat. Big toes come together. Push your bottom back. Bring your forehead to the mat. Come into child's pose. While you're in child's pose, what I want you to do is keep the hands up above your head and lift them off the mat and just roll those wrists. Roll them in outward circles. Roll them the opposite way, inward circles. Catch your breath in child's pose. Keep your hands back down on the mat now. And what I want you to do is flip the palms over. So your palms are up. The back of your hands are on the mat. You're still in child's pose. We're going to touch fingers to thumbs. So first thing, index finger, touch it to your thumb. Release. Middle fingers, touch them to your thumbs. Release. Ring fingers to thumbs. Release. Pinkies to thumbs. Release. One more round. Index finger, thumb. Middle finger, thumb. Ring finger, thumb. Pinky's thumb. Turn the palms back over. Walk the hands back towards your head. Come up out of child's pose. Make your way to tabletop. Back is flat. Let's finish the sun salve. This will be number 3. Curl the toes. Exhale, lift your hips, down dog. Eyes are on the feet again. Take the eyes to the hands. Step or walk them forward, right and then left. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms. Exhale, down. And release. That's 3. You've done 3 sun salves. We've got 2 more to go. What I want you to think about is how your shoulders are feeling right now. So I want you just to stand in mountain pose again. That hinging between down dog and plank helps the rotation of the shoulders, helps to loosen up that fascia that's all around those shoulder joints so that you have a bigger range of motion and you feel more flexibility. It's a progression though. If your body is already tired, I need you to listen to it. Let it tell you what it's able to do. You encourage that, you accept that, and you stay where you are. And each day we move forward a little farther along on this path. We have 2 more sun sals, and then we're going to close it down. Everybody stand tall. We're in mountain pose. Here we go. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Hinge forward, forward fold. You got a little bend in your knees, halfway lift on your inhale. Hands are on the shins. Bend the knees, put the hands back, or put the hands down, step the feet back. You're in plank. Everybody, now this time I want you either to keep the knees up or down. You decide. Knees can always come down, or you can actually begin to lower the whole body. Either way, knees or not, we flip the feet. We lift the chest on the inhale, cobra. We exhale back down. We release the hands. Put them behind your back. Clasp your fingers. We're going to stay here on our bellies. Your chest, your belly, your thighs, everything's on the mat. In just a moment, we're going to inhale. We're going to lift the hands. We're going to lift the chest. Legs stay down. Here we go. Inhale, chest and arms lift. Hold here. But when I say hold, I mean hold the pose, not the breath. Keep breathing. Feel those shoulders opening up. Chest lifting. Exhale, lower down. Keep the hands where they are. This time when we come up in just a second, we're going to lift it all. The only thing staying on your mat is going to be your pelvis. Here we go. Inhale, lift. Legs come up. Feet are off the mat. Hands are off the bottom. Chest is lifted. Hold here. Locust. Breathe. I know your glutes are feeling it. Exhale, release. Let go of those hands. Bring them back so they're under the shoulders. Fingers spread wide. Curl the toes. We exhale, push to the knees. Exhaling all the way, pushing up the hips. You're in down dog. Pedal out the heels. Bending one knee, pressing one heel down. Bending the opposite knee, pressing the opposite heel down. Keep breathing. You're almost done with sun salutation number 4, which means there's just 1 to go. We're still in down dog. Take the eyes to the hands. Step or walk the right. Bring up the left. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Sweep the arms. And exhale down. Mountain pose. We've got 1 more sun salutation, and we're going to add a crescent lunge here. Crescent lunge is an incredible thing for us to finish the work we've been doing in sun sals, keep the chest open, and for just a tiny bit, challenge our balance ever so slightly. 1 more sun sal, and then we begin to cool down. Everyone stand tall. I think you've already figured out the number of muscles you are engaging in one sun salutation, those 12 poses, is more muscles than you can begin to count or name. And who says yoga is not good for your body? You should be feeling really nice right here. A little bit tired, but really nice. Here we go. Inhale up. And exhale, fold. Bending those knees slightly, halfway lift. Take the hands down, put them on the mat, step back to plank, hold here. Now remember, you can take the knees down or you can just lower the body. We're like a stick. Here we go. Exhale, chaturanga. That's what we call this. Coming into cobra or maybe up dog. Lifting the body off the mat. Whether you're in cobra or up dog, the tops of your feet are pressing you into the mat. Chest is lifted. Curl the toes. Exhale. You can move through the knees and then you lift the hips, or you just move all the way to the hips. Eyes are on the legs. I told you crescent lunge is coming. Both sides. Here we go. Leave the left, lift the right. Bend the right knee. Bring the right foot between your hands. If you need to, help it up. Grab that calf and move it up. Right knee stacked over right ankle. Back heel is still lifted. When you breathe, I want you to inhale here and rise slowly. Your left leg is long and engaged. Your left heel is lifted. Your right foot is firmly rooted into the mat. And you are breathing. Hips are straight ahead. Nothing's flaring out. If your shoulders are hunched by your ears, pull them down slightly. 1 more breath here. And now windmill your hands around that right foot. Kick it up. 3-legged down dog, we call this. Bend the knee, bring it back down. Walk out your heels. 1 side to go, and you've almost done it. Leave your right, lift your left straight up. Bend your left knee. Bring the foot through. Same thing, right heel stays up, left knee on top of left ankle. Once you think you've got it here, inhale, rise. Crescent lunge. Breathe. You should feel the stretch through these hip flexors, down those quad muscles in your right leg, and you feel the power of that left foot rooting you at the top of the mat. Breathe here. Look straight ahead. Rib cage expanding with every inhale. One more breath. And now, windmill the hands around the left foot. Kick it up, three-legged down dog. Lower it down. Pedal out your heels. Let's finish the flow, and you'll have done 5 sun salutations. Eyes to the hands. Right foot comes forward. Left foot follows. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Sweep the arms. Exhale. Pull the hands down. You did it. 5 sun salutations. Surya Namaskar A is what that's called. Let's make our way down to the mat. I want you to have a seat. Just come to seated on your mat. Sit whatever way is comfortable for you. Before we begin to stretch and surrender, I want you just to close your eyes from wherever you are. I want you to notice how your body feels right now. I know the first adjective that comes to mind is tired. Your heart is beating strong. That's what it should do when you come up into that crescent lunge. You're opening up your heart. You're engaging those muscles. You are balancing that breath. Just notice how you feel. Be proud of your efforts. Remember, honoring where you are today, not where you want to be days and days and weeks from now. Let's open up our eyes and let's cool it down. We're going to come into what's called staff pose, down dasana. Send your legs out in front of you. So even here, this is like mountain pose. Our feet are flexed like they're touching the earth. Our legs are engaged. Knees are a little bit lifted. If when we fold, you need to lift your knees and bend them slightly, you do that. This is just like a forward fold, except we're seated. Arms come out. Inhale, lift. Look up. Exhale, forward fold, chest going toward the thighs, hands dropping either to the shins, to the ankles, or to the feet. But I want you looking at your feet. If this is your forward fold today, drop those hands on your shins and just look at those feet. Feel the hamstring stretch, feel the lengthening of your spine. Maybe you can walk the hands a little farther toward the feet. Maybe not. I need you looking at the feet though. Everybody breathe. This is a beautiful way. It's called Paschimottanasana. Your seated forward fold is a beautiful way to calm everything down, nurturing your heart as you fold. Let the breath just come naturally. Don't try to force the inhales and exhales. Let it just come. And then with your next inhale, bring your arms up. And then bring your legs, or bring your hands down. Take your feet, pull them in so they're flat on the mat. Scoot your bottom close by your heels. Arms come out alongside you. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, let's roll down the mat. Spine coming down slowly. Head coming to rest. Arms are out alongside you. Lower your left leg. Bring your right knee in. Now from here, maybe hanging onto your right knee is all you've got. You hold on to this. This is your stretch. You feel it in the glute and you honor your body. If you think you can go a little more, take your peace finger, so your index in your middle, and you grab that right thumb, or you grab that right big toe. Goodness. Maybe this is where you stay. Or maybe you grab the ankle. Whatever you're holding on to, the knee, the shin, the toe, the ankle, you hang out right here. Just keep drawing the knee up. If you think you need a little deeper stretch, you start to straighten that right leg. Your arm is acting as a strap. Maybe you're holding onto the toe, maybe you're holding onto the ankle. Whatever you've got, breathe. Feel that beautiful hamstring stretch down the back of that right leg. Breath is steady, just let it come. If your leg is straight, begin to bend it. Whatever you're hanging on to, release. Put the right leg down your mat. Bring in the left knee. Hug that shin, pull that knee up. We're going to do the same thing on this side. This might be your stretch. If this feels great on your glute and your hamstring, you stay right here, stretch it out. Otherwise, let's try the peace fingers. We grab the left big toe, or the left foot, the left ankle. The right hand's alongside as we stay here. Keep drawing the knee up, feel the stretch, or straighten the left leg. Your arm is acting as a strap. Even if you're holding the ankle, you can still straighten the leg ever so slightly. I didn't say to make it straight, I said straighten. Listen to your body. Let it do what it can do. Feel the stretch down the back of your leg. One more breath here. If your leg is up, let's bend the knee. Whatever you're hanging on to, release. Put the left leg down. Arms are alongside you. I want your arms to come all the way above your head for a full body stretch, like that good morning stretch. As the sun comes up, we greet the day. Sun salutations allow us to draw the energy from the sun. Just feel the energy running from the fingertips all the way through the toes. And then slowly bring the arms back alongside you. Palms resting on the earth. Feet falling open, eyes gently closing. We're going to settle into Shavasana right here. Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A, is one of the most integral parts of your yoga practice. This is one of those videos you can play over and over again. I tell people if you'll do 3 to 5 sun salutations a day, across time, you will start to teach your muscles and your body new muscle memory. You'll begin to trust your balance. You'll begin to elongate those muscles, allowing them to engage when you need them to engage, allowing them to rest when you allow them to rest. But the most beautiful part of the sun salutation is that you are in so many of those amazing poses, from down dog to plank to cobra, the forward fold, each and every one of them representing something important to you and to your mind, body, spirit connection. So I want you just to honor the work that you've done today. You're probably sweating just a little bit. Your muscles are tired. But I hope that your mind is clear. And my biggest hope is that you are lying there in Shavasana, extending grace to yourself, saying, you know what, self? This is where I am today. I honor that. I accept it without judgment. And I use where I am today to encourage me to get back on my mat tomorrow. We're on a journey. We are not headed to a destination. Just a few more cleansing breaths here in Shavasana. Let the breath just come. Now start to wiggle your fingers, moving your feet. As you're ready, bring the soles of your feet in toward your bottom, turning onto your right side, coming into fetal position. Just let your head rest on that right arm. Let your left hand press into the mat, and you're resting on your right hip. Everybody breathe. Keep your eyes closed if you can. And then use that left hand, gently push into your mat. Bring the right hand and bring yourself back up. You can cross the legs. You can do whatever's comfortable for you. I want you to have a seat. Place your hands on your knees. Close your eyes. I want you to verbally, whether it's in your head or it's out loud, wherever you are in your home right now, I want you to tell yourself thank you. Thank you for carving out a few minutes today for you. Maybe your motivation is your physical fitness. Maybe your motivation is stress release. Maybe your motivation is something unique to you. But every moment you spend on your mat, those are good moments. They are investments in you as a man, as a woman, as a mother, as a father, as an employee, as a son, as a daughter, as a friend. You can't serve the roles that are given to you if you don't take care of yourself. And so know before we leave this time together, that's what you've done. You've taken care of you. And now you're ready to go out in whatever role you have to meet the expectations of. Calmer, more peaceful, and certainly more grounded. Bring your hands to heart center, press them together. Be proud of your work. And know that the light in me sees and honors the light in you, and I am grateful for the chance to lead you in this practice. Namaste.